A lot of people ask me, Francesca, how can I build a business plan in 3 simple moves? I wouldn't know. I'm Annalisa. Hi, I'm Annalisa, writer and director of Take Two.
And I'm Elisabetta, although everyone calls me Ellie, and I'm the cinematographer for Take Two.
And we're here.
Why are we here, you might ask?
Take Two is a short movie that I wrote 1 year ago. It's a dark comedy, and we are gonna shoot it pretty soon, in June. That's why we are doing this.
Although we feel very uncomfortable doing this.
Take Two narrates the story of Gerald, which has a very plain, normal life. It becomes so monotonous that he decides to, well, take his own life. He will not succeed doing that because, well, that would be very depressing. Instead, when he will wake up, something will change massively in his life. And then everything is gonna take a funny, crazy, how do you say that?
Twist?
Turn. So I would say it comes from everyday life. I feel like a lot of creative people have to, well, do pretty normal or boring jobs during the day. And while you're like serving a customer or working in an office, you feel like you would like for something to happen just because you're so bored, like, I don't know, dinosaurs or meteors or shit. So basically it's about that, about something happening, something changing, like when you snap.
Obviously, what we're going to shoot is not something that can happen in real life. But still, maybe it will inspire people to look for the absurdity of everyday life, because there is a little bit of extraordinary in the ordinary. Let's put this on a t-shirt, because it's so deep, but no, actually. It sounds cheesy, but it's true.
As Ellie said, this idea that we have free will. So I think at some point in our life we should all go insane.
Yes!
And that's what happens in Take Two in a way. Like the realization that the movie should give to the audience is that nothing makes sense and it's okay.
Care less about what other people think. No, but be more spontaneous, I guess, and take charge of your own life and not live by society or other people's expectations of you, what you should do.
What is normal?
There's so many deep themes we cannot discuss all of them.
Philosophers.
In that little head of yours, there's a wonderful word. So for me, this project is very interesting because it's basically 2 films for the price of 1, so 2 completely different looks. First half that is very bleak and monochrome, and I'm thinking still camera for the most part. And the second part where I can get to explore my creativity, and I like the story as well. It's a story that I would like to tell. We have an infamous long take at the end of the film, which we still don't know how to get, but we know how we want it to look. We're working to figure that out. And it's, I think, the most ambitious thing I've ever done, because there's handheld, long take, lots of extras. But I'm excited. And then there's a dolly zoom. Yeah, for those who don't know, a dolly zoom is when the lens zooms in the opposite direction as the camera moves. So it creates a sort of... People who are not independent filmmakers don't know this, but independent filmmakers don't have money to make their independent films.
And I mean, our budget is very little, I would say, because we are trying to be mindful in the way we spend it. But we still need some money for props, locations, pay for food, pay the actors if we manage. It's very hard for us.
In Naples, there's this tradition. We're both Italians, if you hadn't realized this. Il caffè a peso. When you go to the bar and you order an espresso, which is €1, you pay 2. So the person that comes after that might not have enough money just to get an espresso, which is like sacred everywhere in Italy, but especially in Naples, can have the pleasure of a coffee. We are asking the same thing, an espresso, for our little short film. Even the smallest amount helps us, and a lot of small amounts put together make a big amount. I'm not good with maths, but I know that much. We don't want to sell food pics yet to fund this film, and we don't want to sell organs. So, are you up for organs? You were like, why not? I have 2 kidneys.
The things that you have 2 of.
I mean, if we don't get the money through people, we will sell the kidneys.
Yeah, I'll get a sugar daddy.
Thank you, Ella. Our producer is an angel. You get to be mentioned at the end of the film in the credits, which is pretty nice. You can go around and say that you support independent artists.
It's great.
And be truthful about it.
You can get a place in heaven. Maybe. Eventually, you will get to see the movie, and you will get to see the progress of it. And we're gonna put it up for festivals.
We would like for you to donate, obviously, but if you can't or you don't want to, it's fine. We won't get offended. But we would really appreciate if you were to follow our Instagram page, Take Two Short, where we post the behind the scenes, and I'm putting a lot of efforts in those little memes, which are not that special, I grant you, but a little love would be no, they're not, but it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching this. I know it was painful because we're both really awkward in this moment. So thank you for that. That's highly appreciated. We hope that you would like to be part of the journey for longer. And yeah, stay tuned for the actual short film, because there's gonna be a short film after this.
Yay!
Which is gonna be way better than this, I grant you.
Bye.